Hey guys, how's it going? What's up, what's new? Welcome back to my channel. Before we jump into this video, I do want to give a nice big thank you to all of you guys. I have reached 1,000 subscribers. I am so thankful. Like, you have no idea how excited I was when I broke 1,000. I know that 1,000 is not a huge big deal for a lot of people, but for me it is giant. I want to do something very special for you guys. I want to do a giveaway. I'm not 100% sure yet on what it will be, but I will post something in the next week. So just stay tuned and I will pretty much have that video up within the week 100%. So this is my second one second. This one today is very talkative. I can't seem to get through an intro yet. Very talkative. See? So we're gonna have her in the video and see how long she lasts. She looks like she wants to fly away. So this is my second time doing this video, as the first time I had lipstick all over my teeth. Oh, was I annoyed? This is part 2 of my makeup kit. My other video that I did was part 1 and it was on makeup brushes for beginners. I will have that video linked down below so you guys can have easy access to it instead of clicking out and going to that video if you want. So let's jump into this video, shall we? What is this? What is this? So to start off, you obviously need to start priming your face. Before you start doing your makeup, you want to make sure that your face is cleansed and moisturized so that your makeup will lie nicely on your face. After you've done that, I would probably wait about 15-20 minutes. Unless you're in a rush, that is not a problem. I just find that when I wait between moisturizing and doing my makeup application for 20 minutes, I find that my makeup lays better all day, but there is no right or wrong way. There are tons of primers that are available to the public. The one I recommend is from e.l.f. It is the Mineral Infused Face Primer. That one is a little bit more expensive, but you do get a good fair amount that it does last you a long time. My other recommendation is the Maybeline Professional Studio Wear. That one is also a really nice primer. It really does hold your makeup all day. You do not also need to buy a primer. It is not necessary. You can just honestly use moisturizer. That helps grip onto makeup as well. Primers are just recommended to kind of help fill in pores, to give yourself a more dewy foundation. It has its own little twerks. Is that the right word? No, perks. It has its own little perks. Next step would be putting on concealer. Depending on your situation, you don't really need concealer. If you have dark circles, then yes, I would recommend concealer. When you are purchasing a concealer, you do want to buy 1 or 2 shades lighter than your actual foundation. This helps brighten things underneath your eyes. Sometimes you'll be able to find those concealer palettes. They have like purple, orange, green, blue, yellow, like a whole bunch of colors in them. They are really good for help correcting on the face. The green on there is used for concealing redness. The orange and depending sometimes the yellow as well can help correct underneath the eyes. If you can find those, I would really highly recommend. They are a dream. If you have darker circles, you probably don't need that little palette. Honestly, all you need is lipstick. Find yourself an orange or red lipstick and it works like a dream underneath the eye. Take some onto your finger and just dab it out, and then you put your foundation and concealer over top of that. For foundation, I know that it can be really aggravating to try to find your own shade. When you are looking for a foundation, you want to go with what your skin type is. If you are dry, you want to go with something that's hydrating. If you are very oily, you want to go with something that is normal to combination skin. Because if you're really oily and you go with a dewy foundation, it is just good. You're gonna be shiny all day. And if you're dry and you go with a matte, you're gonna look cakey. I'm gonna tell you a little trick that I used to do back in the day before I went to makeup school. I was completely confused and didn't understand how shades work. So I went to Sephora and I got a sample. If you honestly go to any makeup place that does application that carries foundations, it's quite simple to get a sample and for them to color match you. Once you have that color match from Sephora, let's say, you take that sample with you, you go to the drugstore, you compare foundations to see which one is close to the one that you have. Easy trick and no one knows. Foundations I recommend are the Maybelline Fit Me. There is one that is a matte and poreless. The other one is a hydrate and smooth. Picking a setting powder is really easy and super simple. Honestly, just get something that matches your foundation. It can be a loose powder or it can be a compact powder. It doesn't really matter. Setting powder that I would recommend is Maybelline Fit Me. It is really good. When you are looking for a bronzer, you want to find a bronzer that is 2, 3, sometimes 4 shades darker than your foundation. You don't want to go too high because the higher you go, the muddier it's gonna look on your face. The bronzers I recommend are Maybelline Fit Me Compact Still. You can get those in 2 or 3 shades darker than your foundation. I also really liked Annabella Perfect Bronze. That one was a really beautiful one. Blushes, you can get a whole wide range of colors. You can get pink, you can get orange, you can get purple, you can get red. What I would recommend is something that's a little bit on the peachy pink side. That's something that you can use pretty much every single day. But then again, it is your look, so whatever you like, go hard. Morphe has a lot of good palettes for blush, but the problem with them is that they're always constantly sold out. I know that they have one that's really good that's in stock. It's called Pop of Blush. There's 3 blushes in there that are absolutely beautiful, and you can switch it up every single day. One of my favorite products are Milani products. Oh my god. They are so beautiful, especially when it comes to their blushes. Milani Baked Blushes, especially Luminoso, is so beautiful. It has a peachy pink tone to it. It makes you look so glowy and healthy. It's like amazing. They also have 2 palettes of blushes that I also really highly recommend. They are the Blush Flowers of Love and Floral Fantasy. So beautiful. Highlighters are a lot of fun, plus you can have multiple uses with them. You can apply them on the cheek, you can use them as eyeshadow, put a little bit of lip gloss on and a little bit of highlighter on top of that. Boom, you are shining. Highlighters come in multiple shades: gold, silver, white, pink, champagne. There are tons, and I know it can get a little bit confusing. It all depends on your skin color. If you are pale, you want to go more something frosty. If you are medium skin, I would go for more of the champagne color. If you are darker skin, I would go for more like a goldy, but you can also pull the champagne as well. One of my absolute favorite highlighters from the drugstore is Wet n Wild ones. Precious Petals, one of the 2. An e.l.f. Glow Gleam Beam palette. All very beautiful. Time to hop onto the eyes. With eyes, you obviously need to prime them. You do not need any certain specific primer to prime your eyes for eyeshadows. You honestly can use the concealer or the foundation that you already have in your kit. The only other time that you want something different than those 2 is if you're looking for something sticky to put on for glitter. After you've primed your eyes, you're obviously going to want to set that a little bit and just use the same powder that you use to set your face. Or you can also use an eyeshadow that is the same color as your skin. You don't need anything fancy for this step. Speaking of eyeshadows, with eyeshadows, everyone is going to be completely different. People like darker colors, people like colorful colors, people like neutrals. There is a different palette for every single person. I do really recommend the Morphe ones because you do get a lot for what you pay for. And the shadows are actually pretty good quality compared to other eyeshadow palettes that are out there for cheap. There are 4 palettes on that website that I think will work for everyone, so it all depends on your preference. First palette is 35F Fall Into Frost. That palette is mostly going to be for your neutrals, everyday makeup look. Has some mattes, has some shimmers. You could pretty much do any look with this palette. Second palette is 35N Boss Mood. That palette has some greens and some neutrals. It does have a couple of purples, so you can play a little bit with this palette as well. That one also has some mattes and some shimmers. Third palette is 35H Hotspot. That one has a lot more neutrals, but also has some purples and blues that you can play with. It does have some mattes and some shimmers, so works perfect. Fourth one on that website, this one is a little bit higher up there just because of her name. It is the Jaclyn Hill Volume Palette. I did hear that they changed the formula a little bit. I don't know exactly if that's false or true, but the one palette that I have is from back in the day when her palette first came out, and I absolutely love it. So would I highly recommend it? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if the formula has changed, but it does have a lot of great colors in it and options for what you get. Next is eyeliner. If you are not completely comfortable with using eyeliner, don't use it. You can also use brown or black eyeshadows. Just take a definer brush and tight line along your lash line. That's all you really gotta do. The ones I do recommend though are LA Girl Fine Line or Fire Line. It's one of the 2. That has a really nice small tip on it, so it's easy to control what you are doing on your eyes. The other one, which is my absolute favorite, is the Maybelline Gel Studio Fix Eyeliner. I use it for my waterline all the time, and it does not move. It does not move. Plus, you also get a brush. blush. So what not to love? Mascara. Mascara is not going to be really hard. I'm pretty sure this is probably one of the first items that was ever in your makeup kit. It's pretty much what everyone starts off with. When you're picking mascara, honestly, just pick what you like. It doesn't have to be this certain one or this certain one. Whatever works for your eyes, go get it. The two that I recommend though are CoverGirl Lash Blast, the one in the orange tube, as well as the Temptations or Total Temptations, that one in that nude tube that I had in one of my videos. There are tons of lipsticks and lip glosses. Honestly, these are just trial and errors. I highly recommend nudes, especially if you want to see if you like lipsticks, and nudes just pretty much go with everything. Maybelline has some really good lipsticks and lip pencils, as well as NYX, and they're affordable, so you can pick a bunch of colors, still have money in your pocket. The last item for your kit, these are completely optional, you do not have to get them, but they are false lashes. When you are ordering false lashes, do not buy them in store. Order them on Amazon because they are so much cheaper. You also have a whole lot more options for you when you order online. For lash glue though, you can buy that in the store. It's the same price on Amazon. The lashes that I recommend are Jamir Natural Lashes. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'll have them linked down below. But these are absolutely nice lashes. You can wear them every single day. They're not too long where you have to snip half the lashes off like you have in these other lash sets. So that is it for my makeup kit. I hope you guys like this little mini series. It was fun to make actually. If you guys have any recommendations on series you would like me to do, please comment down below. If you guys have any questions on the two videos that I have done, the brushes or the makeup kit, please feel free to contact me or comment down below. I am always willing to answer questions. Anyways, I am out. Thanks again for subscribing to my channel and us getting to 1,000. So I really appreciate it. Hope you guys have a great day and I will see you in my next video.